What's your biggest learning, do you think, since you become a business owner?
Um, to be very careful and keep a very close eye on systems and processes. One thing I learned very early was, there was a particular bank that we dealt with, long application form, and while we had the ability to fill in the application form and send it off, I realized that if there was part of the application form that was wrong, or there was some incorrect information, or something that we hadn't done, the amount of time it took to fix that up with phone calls, waiting in a call queue, um, was absolutely mind-boggling, and it just heightened the importance of just taking that little bit of extra time and care to get things right the first time, rather than having to go through the time, money, and resources to fix it. Because when you're starting a business, you don't have a lot of fat, you don't have a lot of buffer to be working on things that are not revenue generating. Because as a business that did not have any debt or did not have investors, we really relied on revenue coming in to sustain the business and to enable us to grow organically. So being very conscious of that, and also therefore conscious of, can this be done a better way? Can I cut out a couple of clicks? Can I redesign something that is going to get to the end result quicker, which is going to free me up to do other things? And so that enabled us to very early on build a framework and a dealing system, which was incredibly efficient. And I always had this mantra of, can we get rid of a click? Or that's one click too many. And, it doesn't seem much in isolation, but when it builds up, and we have about an hour each day to generate all of our revenue, because that's when decisions are made. Because as you would know from your time, so BBSW comes out, wholesale rates are set at 10:30, and then decisions are made after that. So there's a very short period of time to communicate all these deals. So being very efficient and productive was really important. So having a clear idea on that, and also of not wasting money. I used to marvel at organizations that would do capital raises and then get a nice fancy office with a marble reception desk and say, right, aren't we great? But without any revenue. And then they'd have to ask for another capital raise, and eventually they'd die. Starting during the GFC, there was plenty of desks available on eBay for businesses folding. So, all our desks were bought for $50 a piece. Moved into an office in Surrey Hills, and we're just careful with the dollars. It's my money, so it meant I was being a little bit more careful. And so I think that's important. Just being really wary of efficiency, productivity, but also your cash flow, and just being sensible with those dollars at the early stages.